And we're back.
And we're back. It's the Cavalry, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, ever heard of it?
Hello.
You heard of it? It's called the Cavalry.
Heard of it? The Cavalry, not the Cavalry. Hello, heard of it?
Hello.
Hello, you moron. Jeez, when you stumble into our podcast to know what it is, you stupid idiot.
What did you think this was? The Daily?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're stupid. Oh my God.
Welcome.
We're so dumb. Welcome, everybody, new people and Cavalridians.
Welcome to the new folks who found it by accident. We were just kidding before.
Yeah, we're joking around. Welcome aboard. We got room for you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, Mr. Andrew. Oh my gosh.
How are you feeling so far in 2024?
You know, fine. This year more than any year has just required so much effort to do anything, so I really didn't do much over the new year. No resolutions, no big no post about 2023. I just don't have time or energy for that.
Yeah, I felt the same. I was like this is no offense to anybody who did one of those posts where they had a collection of their top moments from the year, but I just found myself scrolling immediately past all of it. Like I didn't look at any of them, you know?
Yep.
I found them all wastes of time. And so I was like, yeah, I think that's a sign that I don't need to do that. Like, why do I need to make one of those that other people will just scroll immediately? Yeah, we got it. You lived a life.
Yep, we all were here this year. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You did more interesting stuff than I did. Good for you.
So, yeah, but I'm also like immediately overwhelmed in the new year. I feel like I don't know why. We got home, we're like moving. Everybody's moving bedrooms, so it's like musical chair bedrooms, and it's I don't know why that's like creating such a problem in my life. We had to paint one of them, so I was painting all day today. Then
you were painting chairs?
Yeah, bedrooms.
Oh, bedrooms.
I was like musical chairs. It was an expression.
Where she's painting one room, you're painting another?
No, I mean we're all moving.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I can't tell if you're fucking with me or not. We're all moving.
I'm not. But as you're explaining, I'm thinking nobody cares. We go like, okay, I'll just trust you that it made sense.
Musical chair. You know the game musical chairs?
Yes.
Have you ever heard that used in an expression to not mean literally?
Yeah, but I just figure like, oh, you were painting the dining room, she's in the kitchen, and then you go, oh, musical chairs, we're switching. All right, now I'm going to the dining room, she's going to the bedroom. No.
I mean, kind of. I was more talking about how like everybody's moving bedrooms. So like we're going to where our guest bedroom was, Ginger's going to where our bedroom was, and then anything from the guest
because
the office is going into the Ginger's old bedroom. And then I would just happen to be painting one of those bedrooms. Got it. It isn't. I don't think that is the expression musical chairs when you're like just switching places with somebody. Like, okay, it's my turn for massage. Musical chairs.
Welcome to the Cavalry
musical chairs.
Oh, we have a lot of fun on this.
We have fun.
We find humor in our miscommunications, and we just laugh.
I like this new version of the podcast where we assume a huge new group of people are listening, and we have to explain it. So, guys, you know the way this works is Johnny wastes some time blabbing, I waste some time blabbing. Next thing you know, we wasted about 50 to 55 minutes, and we call it a day.
We wasted 55 minutes of each other's time as well as yours, and we all feel better for it.
Every week, there's one night where I don't put my daughter to bed because I want to talk in my basement, waste some time.
That's right.
Oh no, but
you didn't. So you didn't do a resolution though. No resolution.
You know, my only resolution, I told this to Heidi, is I don't want to like walk outside in my socks anymore. So
Huh.
like, like when you probably never do it in Madison because there's snow, it's
Well, I
like
don't do it this time of
impossible.
year, but if I go get the mail, I'll
But like in the
sometimes
mail in the
do.
summer and it's a dry
Yeah.
day and you're like you're in your socks. So you're like, oh,
Yep.
I could I'm wearing like we don't wear the shoes in the house. So it's like I could put my shoes on, but then I'm gonna have to like put them on, go out. I'm just going
Yeah.
out for 2 seconds, And
So what
then
caused this resolution?
because I was looking at the bottom of my socks, they're all like, I just got some new socks, and they're all like, like twigs are in there, and and those like dry leaves get in there, and they even when you wash them, they stay in, and
Yeah.
they're all
Yeah.
kind of like crummy, crappy looking. Like you are kind of ruining your socks.
Yeah, and I think when you walk outside on pavement, it really just really rapidly deteriorates the life of the sock. Like you're gonna get old
Yeah,
so much faster than just in shoes and on carpet.
and I was like, uh, it's dirty outside. You never realize it, but no one's sweeping out there.
That's right, except for the street sweeper.
Yeah, but they don't get our sidewalk. So I
And they
was
don't get it all. They do
No, they
not
don't
get
get
it
it. They
all.
don't get it all. That's not a Swiffer going through.
No.
So that was my only resolution. Oh, and I will say I am gonna try and go on stage more. But like it's hard to quantify what more means. So I came up with like
Yeah.
average. Now this
Per
is
week.
actually I'm curious to see if this sounds like not very much to you or a lot to you, but I want to
Okay.
average 4 times a week on stage. Does that
That's
sound right?
great. For
That's right, right?
yes. For someone in our situation, that's high. If you were, you know,
Yeah. If you're
22
starting
living
out,
in New York, then no.
yeah.
But
If you're starting out or
yeah,
you live in New York, you're on like, you're going up 10 nights a week or 10 times a week or whatever.
yeah,
But like, I was like, there's going to be some weeks where it might be less, but a lot of times I go up more than that anyway, just from work.
right.
But like, what I'm trying to avoid is the weeks where I'm like, I have nothing booked and I just stay home all week. Like that,
Yeah.
I can't do
So,
that anymore.
well, so how do you combat that? You go to your what is it? The Wednesday? What's the one at the club right by you?
Yeah, so Tuesdays the open mic at Helium. There's little shows and bar shows and stuff that are
You
weekly
could
that
just hop on automatically.
very easily could hop
Yeah.
on. It's just so funny, and I've just done so well in the past. They know that any chance they can have. No, but I mean they're just nice about it and would put me up.
Right.
So I need to
Yeah.
be a little bit more little put the pedal to the metal a little bit more. So that those two things. Don't walk outside in my socks and go on stage on
Okay.
average 4 times a week. Because I already
All
lost
right.
weight. I already lost my that's the hard part. I did that one
Oh,
last
because
year.
of your no cake diet?
Yeah, my no cake diet. It
That's a great
works.
diet. Oh,
It's a
by the
great
way,
diet.
I was in the kitchen before we started, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna go down to my podcast, and I moved Aaron out of the way to open the silverware drawer, grabbed this, stuck it in my hoodie pocket, and she was like, what's that for?
That's the
Because she
podcast
knows
spoon.
there's a pint of Ben and Jerry's down in the fridge down here.
And you're still on the peanut butter cup?
Yeah, it's peanut butter cup. That's all
Yeah,
I got. Yeah.
very excited for you.
I am pretty excited for it. I ran 5 miles right before or what 6 o'clock, so I earned it. And I haven't run more than 2 miles in a long time.
What do you
I've
run?
been
How
slacking.
fast? See, I've been running better at this Orange Theory thing. How fast do you run when you run 5 miles? What do you average a mile?
Not fast. I think of the whole thing because I walked. I think I ran 3.3 and a half of it, and my
Okay.
average while running was about 10-minute miles.
Oh, okay.
And then it was like 12:30 for all five together, walking
Right.
and running average.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, nothing. So I'm not
I just
making
want.
any
I was like,
headlines.
so I sometimes I imagine I'm like, because when we first started this podcast, I wasn't really working out at all, and I'd
Yeah,
hear you talk about running 8, 9 miles, and I'd be like, and then when I
yeah,
started to run for this class, this Orange Theory thing, I go, well, I wonder what would happen if I would just went for a run with Johnny. Like, would he just dust me? Would I be like able to
No.
keep pace with him? You know?
Yeah. And you're just wondering that?
No, I think if you're running 10-minute miles, like when you actually run, I think I could definitely keep pace. It would not be.
Yeah.
We
I
would be
don't
able to
think,
just jog side by side. It wouldn't be a problem.
I don't think there would be anyone that I would blow out or leave behind. I went running when I was in California. I went running with my brother-in-law, and I I had to keep stopping and be like, let's walk for a little bit, and then
Oh,
we'd
okay.
walk, and then eventually I did that so many times where I was just like, you know what? I gotta find my way back. You give me the key. You continue on trucking, and
Oh
because
man.
this we are on different levels, my friend.
Yeah.
So we just separated.
Uh well, there you go. But you earned your Ben and
Yeah.
Jerry's, so that's good. So well, we haven't done an appliance talk in a while or home repair or whatever.
I thought about that. I thought about it. I'd love to hear it.
So we've been having we last January we had to get a new water line put into the house. And the last like 3 or 4 months, we've noticed that like when you turn on the washing machine or someone takes a shower, anytime there's like a lot of water being used, you hear
Yeah.
this high pitched whistle coming from where the water comes into the house. Like
Oh, okay.
it's hilarious. It's very noticeable, and then it goes away. And it's the kind of thing where like if that just happened when we bought the house, I would have never cared. I was just like, yeah, the house just does that, you know?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a
Yeah, sure,
problem.
sure.
Yeah, yeah. Also, yeah, it's an old house, creaks,
And what do you
part of the
expect? Of course, it's
character.
gonna whistle. Yeah.
Yeah, but it whistles. It's charming. But
Right.
because we had the work done, you're like, oh, well, shit. Now it's like I have to call these guys and I have to have them come out and look at it. And then I have to
Yeah.
remind them that they did the work, you know. And so the first of
Yeah.
all, I called the wrong plumber the first time. They're like, yeah, we have a record that we gave you an estimate for that work, but we don't. I was like, oh, awkward.
Huh? We gave you an estimate, and then it says here in our notes you
Hey,
told us to go fuck ourselves.
does that mean you hired a different company? How could you? Uh,
That is just rude.
and then I called the right company. The guy came out, and it was like, I don't know if it's like a comedy or like a horror movie kind of because it just wouldn't do the whistle. Now, when I need it to whistle,
Oh,
I'm turning on the
yeah.
shower. I started a load of laundry. I was like, just hang on. I swear to God, it'll do it. And I had like every faucet going in the house. It wouldn't whistle. And like out of a movie, as the car is, I see it pulling away. So I'm like racing outside. Like, come back, come
Did you
back.
flag them down?
No, he was gone. And then
How-
I called Heidi. I was like, you wouldn't believe what just happened. And and she's like, oh well, you should record it. And I'm up painting the bedroom. All this furniture is all in the way.
Musical chairs, sure.
Music play. I'm just playing the game musical chairs. Like I'm like
Yeah.
I'm so stressed out. I need something to calm me down. I
Yeah.
know. Play little musical
Release.
chairs. And and so then I'll every once in a while she's like, "Oh, well, why don't you record it on your phone and then you can just text it to him and go, this is what I was talking about. Let me know if this is a problem."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I go, "Oh, that's a good idea." So then I would hear it and I'm up with like a paintbrush and a roller and I'm like throw everything down. I'd run down and it was every time it would stop by the time I got downstairs. And I never got I was like, this shit is worse. I would just rather have
Oh
this
my
whistle
God.
all the time than try and fix this.
How long does it like come and go, or
No,
how does
it's
it work?
very
Like how long does
short.
it last?
It'll like I say, if you run the washing machine, I could just heard it before we started because the washer's going, and
Yeah.
it'll go for like 30 seconds, a minute, and then just stop. I mean,
Wow.
is that something
See,
you
what
would
do you
even
think
fix?
I I am so lazy. No, I mean, Aaron might make me, but if it was just
I
me,
mean, I
no,
called the
I'd be
guy
like,
out here. He looked
"Uh,
at the whole thing, the whole
what more
operation.
can you do? What more can you do?
What more can one man do? I tried one time,
Yeah.
but I will
I was
try and get a
impressed with you.
video. I will try and get a video, and then I will text this plumber who won't give a shit. I'll go, what? And then that'll be the end of it, I think.
I've done that where I record where we've had like you can hear animals in the wall, like mice or something.
Yeah.
And I've recorded that and played it for exterminators, and they're just like, yeah, I don't know what you want me to do with that. I can't. I don't know what animal that is. There's a weird. There's a lot of room noise, and I can barely
Yeah.
hear anything.
Okay. Well, good. That makes me feel optimistic about this. I just want to show him because like I'm not crazy because you really do feel like you're like I swear just a second ago it was going and he goes oh yeah well it could be this and then some other pipe made some different noise and he goes oh is that I'm like no that's not it I didn't call you out here for
Fix that
that
too, but that's not it. Yeah.
and he starts writing me up an estimate to fix that I'm like buddy we're not talking about that today anyway so that's 2024 so far. Does
That's
2024 sound like the most futuristic number?
so
Doesn't it feel
far.
well? Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
even
that's
numbers,
I guess that's a good
even
point.
numbers do.
But I mean like even more than 2025. To me like 2024 sounds like whoa, I
Because
can't
it's
believe
more.
I'm
Yeah, it's even. It's a sharper number.
yeah,
2024.
I'm in the future, you know.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
been watching Back to the Future. Do you know what date Back to the Future? When they go to the future, do you know what the date is?
No.
That was a fun guessing game. Newcomers, we sometimes will do this thing where we'll play a guessing game, and the
Well,
other one
I
will just
I
say no.
can I can I tell you what happened there?
Yeah,
I thought I would know the answer because I've seen that movie many times and I was like, "Oh, and I've probably like heard this trivia question before and I was like, "Oh, okay, let me think." And then I was like thinking, I was like, "It's 1984 that they leave from."
that's incorrect.
Oh, it is
It's
1988,
1985.
85. Interesting.
Yeah, 88 wasn't
Uh,
around.
and then I was like, I just couldn't come up with it, so I kind of surprised myself. Like, no, I don't know, but I'm gonna guess because you made fun of me
I
here.
guess
2022.
no. And when they made a when the date actually happened, all the dorks and nerds made a big deal of it.
Yeah.
It's 2015 or it's 2080 or 1985 is the movie the year the movie came out.
Take a
Newcomers,
breath.
sometimes you'll
Take
think
a
we're
breath.
drunk.
Put the Ben and Jerry's down for a second. You're too excited.
I am. I'm too excited. So the movie came out in 1985. He goes 25 years in the past, right? Or was it 30 years? So he goes to 1955 in the past.
Right.
And in the future, he goes to 2015. It's October 21st,
Um,
2015.
I knew that it had happened because I remember people talking about like what it got right, like oh, there's no flying cars, and where's my hoverboard and
Yeah.
all that stuff. But
Yeah.
and then how much like Biff was like Trump, like he had the casino
Yeah.
and all that. But yeah, all right. So I was off.
And it's interesting when you think about Back to the Future too, don't you think like, oh, that's the one where they go to the future? Like they do go to the future, but like a very significant part of that movie is him going back to 1955 and trying to not bump into himself from part one in the past. And I forgot about that.
Yeah, it isn't because what I remember is the hoverboard and then the the casino, but that's really all you get
Yeah.
to see in the future.
But
And then the diner.
the casino is not the future. The casino is just an alternate 1985.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because he went back to 1955, gave him the Atlas, and that's when so it changed
Yeah.
1985.
But then there's that scene where they're on the hoverboards chasing
Yeah,
that in the
that's at the
future.
beginning. That's
Yeah.
the future.
Okay. Yeah,
That's like at
yeah.
the beginning, and then they think at the end they go to like his future house to pick up Jennifer, and he bumps into himself or something. I don't know. I think I fell asleep during it.
Like Jennifer. She like
Like
sleeps through the
Jennifer.
whole movie.
Yeah.
Uh well, do your kids like Back to the Future? Or do they think it's I'm
They do
interested to
like it. They liked it.
they do. Okay. I'm
So
interested
they
to
saw part one for the first time, and then we saw part two. And then yeah, so we got to watch part three one of these days.
I'm curious to like show I'm kind of nervous, like just you show your kids stuff that you love. Because right now, Ginger's just, she's not quite at the age where you're going to sit down and watch like a whole live action movie.
Yeah.
But
Do
like,
you love Back to the Future?
I mean, I like it. It's not, I wouldn't get my feelings hurt if she hated Back to the Future, if she didn't like Back to
Yeah.
the Future. But I think I think I'm going to show her like Star Wars pretty soon. Because
Okay. Okay.
Heidi doesn't like Star Wars at all. I was like, oh, I could get her into Star Wars. That'd be really funny. But they have like
Are you a big
cartoon
Star
Star
Wars
Wars.
fan?
Yeah, I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan. I like it. You know, do you
Eh,
not? We haven't talked about Star Wars much.
yeah, I could give or take it. It's fine.
Oh, really?
My older brother loves it. It's like, who growing up that's his favorite thing, but I just it's entertaining. I got nothing against it, but I don't cream my pants thinking about it.
Well, I only do that every once in a while.
See? I don't do it ever.
Wow, it's pretty extreme.
But I liked the
Uh,
new, the new ones were fine. I was like, oh, I like the Solo movie, and everyone's like, the Solo movie, that one fucking sucked. Oh, okay. I'm really not a Star Wars guy.
I like the stuff that's the best that I like are these shows that they do now, like the Mandalorian or the. I like the one that they talk about like one everybody hates that
Yeah.
Obi-Wan show I liked, and then the other one with Boba Fett. I liked all those because
Boba
that's
Fett,
like
isn't that the Mandalorian one, or is it like the Book
they
of
that's a
Fett?
separate one. Book of Boba or yeah, it's
Book
a
of Boba
separate.
Fett.
But yeah, but there's a lot of crossover in between, because it's set in the
Okay.
same time. So they like,
Yeah.
but I thought those were great. I loved all those, because I think there's
Yeah.
something about that like the they're all like 45, 50 minutes, and you're telling a
Yeah.
longer story. But then every once in a while, if you're like, this is like big, they can just make them an hour and 10 minutes if they have to. And so
Yep.
then they're like mini little movies. It's great. But then it's never the thing where
Yeah.
they have to like make like a 2 hour and, 35-minute movie and cram in all
Right.
this stuff and get bored halfway through.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like I'm on the back nine of life here, and man, my time, I'd rather be napping, or like, unless like to get into a show, it's got to be really good, or I've got to really like it. Otherwise, I'm like, come on, I don't have time for this. You know?
So that's your theory of life is look, I don't have much time left. I'm on I'm on the back nine
I
of life.
want the shows I watch to be
I
really good.
or no, that's not what you said. You're like, I'm just not gonna try it. I'd rather nap. I'd rather sleep my way through the
Yes.
rest of my life than experience anything else new. Unless you can
I
promise
can
me
I
it's gonna be a top experience.
Otherwise, I'm just putting on my
Otherwise,
little
I'm just calling it a
nightcap.
life. Calling it a
That's
life
right.
early. Sleep my way
Yeah.
through, just like Jennifer. Sleep my way through it.
I'm like 2 episodes away from finishing season 5 of Sopranos.
Oh
And
man,
that's a great one.
now
That's
that's
like
a great show. Can't go
that's
wrong
just
there.
great.
I've
I know.
started. You know what show I started watching is Slow Horses. I think it's called.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
It's Gary Oldman. It's on Apple. Do you get Apple TV Plus?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got roped into that
I
again.
think we only used it for the morning show.
Well, we got it because they got me on the bundle thing because we already pay for the Apple Music, because I don't pay. We
Oh,
don't pay for
okay.
Spotify or anything else. So We're like,
Yeah.
well, all right. And then I like that show Severance too, but that's been gone for so long. I could have stopped that and come
I know.
back.
Are they going to do another season or what?
They are. It's gonna come out at some point, but it's been
Uh,
forever. Oh my god. But
yeah.
anyway, that this show's pretty good. It's like these British spies, but they're like the rejects, so they're like in the worst office, and but it's not like a comedy. It's pretty dark actually, but I like it.
Huh. All
I like
right.
I like Gary
Cool
Oldman.
choices.
I like old actors. Don't you love an old actor? I hate
Like
young
Morgan
actors.
Freeman. Who else? Morgan
Yeah, Morgan
Freeman, Gary
Freeman
Oldman.
or what's her name? Maggie Smith or any of those like really old uh
Who's Maggie Smith?
she's a British well she's in
Ah.
Downton Abbey.
Oh, yeah.
I
What
just
about
love old
you know
actors.
who's been old for a long time is Michael Caine.
Yeah, he's great.
How long ago the Muppet Christmas Carol came out? I saw that over Christmas. I was like, holy shit. He's
Yeah,
a
he's been
fucking
around
old man
forever.
back then.
But that's the thing is like if you're an old actor, just think about it. You have to, by definition, you have to be good because they're not casting you to be like young and hot. You know, they're like,
Right.
damn, you must be like a good actor to be like because we could pick any old person.
Yeah.
And none of them have
Yeah.
social media, so they're not getting cast off of like social media stats.
Yeah.
It's just pure acting.
If there was a sex if there was a sex tape leaked and it was Morgan Freeman and Michael Caine having sex, would you look at it just
This
you
setup,
got to see that.
this setup sounds like a hacky impressionist going, "Hey, did you
Heck yeah.
hear a hacky impressionist? Hey, did you hear a sex tape came out and it was Adam Sandler in a gangbang with Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, and Donald Trump. Anyway, it sounded a little something like this." I would watch. Of course, I would watch it. Who wouldn't watch it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we don't watch it. But would you masturbate to it? Is the question.
No, I'd already blew my load thinking about Star Wars.
Oh,
Uh, the
okay.
I would not pay for it, and I would not click more than 2 clicks away. It would have to be something someone would have to
Yeah, very simple.
either show it to me or it'd have to just be like come across my screen immediately with a click with no
Yeah.
fussing around with ads.
Did you watch Two Girls One Cup when that was in its
No,
heyday?
no. And I bet
You
that's
never seen
probably
it?
never seen it. Never seen it. Never really
Why is
want.
that? Why is that? You just said you would watch Morgan Freeman fuck Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Uh
there's no if it was accessible enough. But these Two Girls One Cup, you literally go to twogirlsonecup.com and it just
but
plays
we're talking about two way different uh entertainment options. You're bringing up just
No
two
argument from
giant
me on that. I agree.
two giant celebrities having regular sex
Uh-huh.
together, and then Two Girls One Cup. There was nothing. First of all, they're not famous, and then also it's this disgusting poop and pee thing.
What is your understanding of what happens in this video?
Two Girls One Cup. They like drink and eat poop and piss and fuck each other or something. That's I think that's what it was. It's been a long time. I don't really remember, but isn't that it?
Something like that. I think they poop into a cup or something and then they eat it. I
Yeah.
don't
Okay.
remember. I
I
don't
think I
remember any
got it.
pee.
I don't know if the
I don't
sex
think there's
part.
any pee.
There's no sex and there's no pee.
Yeah. And if there was
Well,
sex, I that part wasn't as memorable.
I think I did pretty good job remembering that. And no, I don't really care to see that. But I would, out of morbid curiosity, if it was like on the screen, I suppose I'd want to watch it and then be disgusted by it, whatever that human instinct is. But then no one ever did that thing that I think happened to other people where they made you watch it, where they like would shove it in front of your face somehow. Like that
Yeah.
never happened to me.
Oh, that's right. There was videos going viral of
Reaction
reaction
videos.
videos.
Yes,
To
yes.
Two Girls One
Yeah,
Cup. Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Is that still up? Could you just go right now? I'm not gonna look.
I'm
Now I
sure.
don't wanna.
I haven't seen it since. I think I only saw it the one time, and then I
Yeah.
made Jason Russell watch it.
It is right up your alley.
Yeah, it wasn't too
You're a
hard to
big
get him
you're a big poop guy.
to. Yeah. Well, should we get into topics?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Nice. So, newcomers, now this is the part of the
Oh yeah.
show where we each have a topic and we back each other up.
And we always do it right after we discuss Two Girls, One Cup.
Yeah,
So
that's right. So that was our Two Girls, One Cup part of the show. We do have to address the scene. We need to come up with the next scene in our movie. Do we want to do that before or
oh
after the
yeah.
topic?
Wait, so what oh yeah. So for those of you who've just started listening, new to the show,
Oh, that's right.
we have a Christmas movie we're writing called Rudolph
Rudolph Avenue.
Avenue. And it's about one of those like candy cane lane type streets in a city where everybody goes crazy putting up lights except for one house and this Rudolph Avenue who is a curmudgeon, and then they all try to get him to move out because he won't put
Yeah.
up any Christmas lights. Okay. So first scene, the guy who used to own the house, we show him dying. Second scene,
Yep.
the guy who's going to buy the house, we show wait, what was it?
We just show him being a curmudgeon,
Yes,
but
and
we don't
hating. We show him
explain
hating
it.
Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then the third scene should probably be why is he going to get this house? Now, does he inherit it? Does
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
maybe he inherits it? Maybe we
So the
show him in
person
some
that
sort of
died.
financial yeah. We have to show him in financial stress as to why like he has to move into this house and can't
Yeah.
there's gotta be a reason why he can't just sell it. So
Yeah, the guy
maybe
that died should be like a relative that he just didn't get along with. Because the guy that died was like loved Christmas, was so Christmas. This guy's so the
yeah.
opposite, and they had nothing to each other. There, and then he died, and that's how he inherited the house when the curmudgeon just happened to be in such financial strife.
Right.
From what?
He's gets fired from his job, so that's always a fun scene. So we show him at work. Maybe he's what was one of the jobs you had? Telemarketing, where you
Telemarketing?
slept, you used to nap under the table or something.
Oh, that was my adult job as at Countrywide. That was my first job after I graduated college. That was Countrywide Home Loans.
Country,
I would
maybe he
sleep
gets
under the
fired from Countrywide Home Loans because he was napping under the. Oh, that's kind of a Seinfeld plot.
Yeah, they
Uh,
are. Yeah. Uh yeah, what does he do? Maybe maybe he has a job that
what's
like
the opposite of Christmas? Oh, maybe he's like those uh private equity funds that go after like assets in distress and then sell them off for parts. So maybe he's like part of a group that buys real estate, or he like tries to identify struggling like small businesses that would be like the Hallmark movie type things, like
oh
children's toy
yeah.
stores or bookstores
Yeah.
or kitschy little secondhand
So he
tchotchke
buys the
type
mom and
shops,
pop spots and
and he
flips them.
buys them out and strips them down and then sells them to
The Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble, or even worse, like yeah, like just I don't know what the worst development could be.
Like a storage facility chain.
Storage, yeah, storage units. That's the least charming thing. Totally, storage facilities. That's what his
Yeah.
specialty is turning children's toy stores into to use storage
Yeah.
facilities. And so
All
we
right. So
show
he
him at his job,
fired.
but then he gets, and then cruelly he gets fired from his job.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a scene.
All right. But how did he get fired? Like what did he do?
Well, it could be for not. It could just be like they're doing what he's does to everybody else. They're just like always looking for ways to be
Cut
more efficient,
costs.
so they're just cutting back, cutting costs
Yeah.
to be
So
more profitable.
vitamin.
They're like
Yeah.
maybe
So
they've
okay.
invented an AI thing that can do it for like we don't need
Do
you
his job.
anymore. Yeah,
All right. Good. We got our. That's great. We got our third scene.
got our third scene. Okay, phew.
All right.
All
So
right.
topic. Who's going first?
I can go first. You want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. I think. Uh. Oh wait. Let me just ask you first. Do you
Yes.
have your license plate memorized?
No. I have it. I have a picture of both of our license plates
Oh, you
on my
do.
phone, favorited, so I can just every time I have to, I can
That's so
just pull it
smart.
up.
Because I was
Yeah.
gonna say they shouldn't. There should be no societal expectation to have your license plate memorized. So I'm tired of going to parking
At hotels.
situations or hotels or wherever, and they're like, okay, and then just give it what's your license plate. Like, don't ask me like it's like just a casual. Oh yeah, just put down your license plate. You know, like I
Yeah.
don't
Every
know.
single person walks over to the window, tries to see their car
Right.
in the parking lot.
So let's come up with a different, like, just like give me a little sticker or a piece of paper or like, you know,
And oh, that's another thing. Like with the hotels, yeah, they do that for security. Never in the history of hotels has anyone ever looked at a license plate and checked, does this license plate number belong here?
right.
You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean?
exactly. Because then they'll say, oh,
Mm.
you can just put the make and model of your car. And then I always have like a freak out, like, wait, which one's make and which one's model? Like, then I have to think of it like who made it? Okay, that was Toyota. Toyota made it. Okay. So
And
it's
then
a
the person at the
Toyota
counter is like, oh,
Prius.
Jesus Christ, never just what color it is. Just put down what color it is. You
Can
moron.
you, here's some crayons. You want to just draw it?
Just draw it. We don't fucking
It's a
check.
blue car. It goes beep beep.
It goes vroom vroom.
Like, you know what? You can actually just park in the handicap spot over there if you want.
Ah,
But yeah, and then
yeah.
parking meters now do that where they're like, you have to walk like
Oh God.
a block and a half away, and then they're like,
Yep.
you put in this information, like, all right, just input your license plate. No, you give me a sticker,
Yeah.
you know?
I totally
And
agree
then
with
they
that.
would
Yeah.
give you a ticket if you get it one number off.
Yep.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. If they give. Yeah.
No, but then
I
you're
agree.
but you've kind of you're right. I should just do that right now is take a picture. And I've done that before, but then I don't favorite it. And so there's no way I'm going to be able to pull it up. So you're
Yeah.
right. Take a
Exactly.
picture
You
and
got to pull it
favorite
up in
it.
7,000.
Yeah.
I got to pull it up right now. This is gonna
What
be
is it?
very
Read it live on the air. Live.
live on the air. We'll do it live. See, look, I even did the Pixar where both of them are on the same shot.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I got the emblem on there so I can see. Oh, this one's not even. That's an old car. I don't even have that car anymore. But I think I transferred the plate. But there you go.
All right.
So
Well, you're
I'm a big
backing
nerd
me up.
Boy Scout. Yeah, I totally
My
back
other
you up.
but my other half of this, and this is pretty much unrelated except for the license plate thing, is like, is it just me? Maybe this is a not a Madison thing, but have you noticed an uptick in people just blatantly having no license plate?
Oh yeah,
It drives
I
me.
know. Yeah, and in LA that was like
Oh,
60% of the cars.
and it would drive me insane because in LA, if your car was just nice enough, like if you just had a fancy car, I'm like, they're not gonna have. I could call it if I saw like a really nice car coming, they're not gonna have a license plate, and they just wouldn't have one. Like what? And
And
then
what is
you,
that?
what is going on? You feel like such a sucker. You're like, I pay for tabs. I have to obey traffic laws. I can't rob a bank knowing that I have a license plate on my car.
Right. I have to pay tolls.
Like if you're a cop, like I'm not a cop, you know?
Right. If you were, you'd have to tell me.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I'm not a cop. But if I was, you know what my basic strategy would be? Like I'm just gonna like wait till I see a car with no license plate, pull them over, and just start asking questions. That's pretty
Yeah.
suspicious.
Yeah.
It's basically the equivalent of a guy walking around with like a ski mask on, holding like big empty
Right.
sacks
With dollar signs on
with
them.
dollar signs on them. Hey, maybe I should ask that guy a few questions. Like, where are you going? What's up? You know, I'm sick of
Yeah.
these
You
no
pull them
license
over.
plates.
It's going to be some hothead that's like, are you kidding me, officer? You know who I am?
Yeah.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
But
I
like
just saw
that's
you in the
okay. At least in LA, they can go, okay, it's all these rich pricks. But in Portland, it's just like just regular cars. Just gone, nah, I'm not gonna put a license plate on. I'm like, you know how like you I don't know about you, but like there's been overlaps when I don't have my tabs up to date or whatever. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
God, I hope or like if your rear light is out, like, oh shit, I don't want to drive back at night. My tail
Yeah.
light's out, I'm gonna get pulled over. These guys are just
Yeah.
like driving around their whole lives, no license plate, going, fuck it. What are they gonna do?
Where do they get off not
Where does this
caring? That's not
confidence come
fair.
from?
That is not fair. That confidence fucking today at dinner, I was telling Erin, I was like, because she had me print out these labels, return labels for a sweater mom got her. I was like, babe, you got to get that in the mail. What if they have like a 7-day return policy, a 10-day return
Right.
policy? Got to return that. I don't want to have it over, just
Yeah.
because we were sitting here. And here these people are,
No license
and I got to
plate.
put a license plate on my car.
Or then sometimes they'll put these, I don't know if you've seen these covers on them, like these tinted plastic covers. So they're like impossible to read. Have you ever seen
Yeah.
that? It seems like
With
totally
no
illegal.
license plate under it.
No, there is, but it's like so opaque looking
Oh, it's like a
because it's
privacy
a
screen.
tinted privacy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like
Yeah.
the absolute opposite idea of what we're
Right.
going for here. I don't know. If I
Oh, I
was a
back you up.
police, I would just start there. Like, okay, our job's really hard. Lots of crime. It's really hard to solve crimes. We're not, not doing that great. But let's just start small. If I see a car with no license plate, I know that that's against the rules. And I'm driving around. They're driving around. Let's just pull them over. Let's start
Here,
there.
let's role play. You're the cop, and I'm
Yeah.
the guy who
Okay.
just pulled over. Okay.
Woo woo woo.
Oh, we're
Pull
starting back
over.
there. Oh, hang on, I gotta pull over. Let me put it in park. Okay.
Wait, are you
Oh,
criticizing I started too
yeah,
early?
he's getting. Yeah, you gotta pull me over, guys. This is just you're at the
Wait,
window
wait,
already.
wait,
You know
wait.
how
I'm gonna
this works.
start. Let's start over. Let's start over. Ring, ring, ring. Ah, time to get up and start my day. Put on a cup of coffee, pot of coffee. All right. No, no, no. All right.
How you doing, Sarge? How's it looking out there?
Oh, it's like the 2,000-year-old men or whatever. Man, do you ever listen to that?
Yeah.
The 3,000-year-old man. What is that?
What's
Everyone's like,
that?
you have to listen to this. It's like comedy. The Mel Brooks thing and Carl Reiner.
Oh no,
I don't know.
is this a new thing?
No, it's very old. Okay. Uh, let's start from.
Sorry to irritate you.
I irritated myself. Like this is too much of a tangent. Just I was trying to say we're
Just
not
know what I'm.
very good at this. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so you're
All
the
right.
cop. Oh, what is it, officer?
Do you know why I pulled you over?
No, I wasn't doing anything wrong. I'm kind of in a hurry.
I can appreciate that, except you don't have a license plate.
Are you being serious right now?
Yes, I'm being serious. You know how every other car you see driving
I
around has.
just bought this car. I got 10 days before I have to put a license plate on it. This is unbelievable. I have an audition.
Where's your little paper thing that sticks up in the side of the window?
That's fucking ugly. I put here, it's right here in the glove compartment. There you go.
Now,
Read it and weep.
how would that help it? You know what? Fuck this.
Ow, my wiener. Ouch. You shot my penis head off.
That's right. And get that license plate on.
Okay. Thank you, officer.
This,
Yes.
this is why I could have
And
never. This is why I could have never done improv because I just panicked 30 seconds in, like this is going nowhere. Let me pull a gun out. All right.
yeah.
What do you need backup on, Johnny?
All right, you know what? I got to be honest. I don't know that I'm going to get back up on it, but I thought of
Ooh,
this and I thought, you know what? I could get behind this. I could also be talked out of it very quickly. But I think, like, in the future in movies, not Back to the Future, but like other movies, like they always wear the one piece with the silver suit. Like everyone's
oh yeah,
wearing
yeah,
the
like the
one
space
thing,
suit.
the spacesuit. I welcome that with open arms. I think we need to get there quicker. This whole fashion, oh, your style is bad. Let's just take the guesswork out of it. We all have a closet full of silver suits and we just wear that. And if someone's nice to you, you like them. And if they're not, you don't. But you don't have to be like, oh God, that
Yeah,
guy, that
so
person has
that's interesting because that it's basically like school uniforms. Did you guys ever like have? Well, did you ever go to a school that had school uniforms?
yeah. I went to my grade school, they had uniforms. It was
So that's probably like the best time of your
Cavalry.
life. You
Oh, it
probably
was
loved
great.
it.
It was, and I loved it.
Yeah, nobody had to worry about who's
No
dressing
decisions.
what. Everybody's wearing the same
Yeah.
thing.
And
I
at the time, I didn't even think, oh, I wish we could wear whatever we want. I was like, this is great. We're all on the same playing field here.
Because I remember like we used to debate school uniform. Like that was always like a something like I don't know what class it would have been, but that was like a debate topic. Should we have school? We none of my schools ever did, but like should we
Okay.
have school uniforms or should schools have uniforms? Here's the pros, here's the cons, you know. And I did find
Yeah.
myself agreeing with you, going like, yeah, like some kids probably feel bad about maybe like some kids have money, some kids don't, like
Yep.
they can some kids probably feel like self-conscious about fashion choices so yeah, why not just everybody wear the same thing? It's one less thing to worry about.
Exactly. The one thing that you could tell, like the kids with money, is they had nice shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
The Air Jordans.
They're wearing the
I had the
Gucci loafers with the plaid khaki whatever.
exactly.
The But then as an adult, you know what would be great? You should just start wearing the silver spacesuit now and just try to get everyone to come along. You go, no, guys, this is what we're all wearing. This is the future anyway.
Oh,
And you just wear like a reflective
I like
silver
that.
suit.
Like, you know what? I'm seriously thinking about going on stage wearing that. I don't know where I would get it though.
You might have to make it.
It might have to.
The thing I'm
I might have
thinking
to
of, you
for
might have to make.
Halloween. What?
Have you ever seen that movie Logan's Run? They have a great
No.
suit in that. That's like a old sci-fi movie where it's kind of like that's exactly what you're talking about. Everybody wears the
Oh,
same.
okay. Logan's Run. Yeah.
Logan's Run. Look that up. I,
Yeah.
but I'm no, I'll back you up
You're
on
on
that.
board?
The other thing I was thinking about when you're talking about it was like, well, in comedy, it would be nice to have at least for comedy, it would be nice to have a uniform. Like for a while they were not criticizing, but like the joke became like the hoodie was like a comedy uniform, like
Yeah.
every comic on every show had a hoodie. But
Yeah.
rather than make fun of it, let's just lean into it. What if it was required? What if it was like, no, to do comedy here, you have to wear a hoodie and jeans and sneakers,
Yeah.
or to do comedy here,
Be
you
your
have to wear,
choice. You're either a suit comic or
yeah,
a hoodie comic.
a suit comic or a hoodie comic, but both are respected, both are equally valued.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know.
I like that.
Then it was
And then
jacket.
what?
Then the new thing, it's like every comedian wears one of those like lightweight, like
Like a
cool looking
jacket shirt,
jackets.
a shacket,
A shacket
right?
or just like a jacket with like a t-shirt underneath, but opened up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a sport coat are you talking about? Or like
No, 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 no. Like a just a cool guy
yeah,
jacket,
yeah.
light, like a fall
Like
jacket.
yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
yep.
that's very common on these specials now. But then I was like, everybody criticizes like, oh, another comedian jacket. But I'm like, what are you? There's only so many things you can wear. It's either that
I know.
or a suit or a shirt.
I know.
Like
Well,
it's not. What do you want me to do?
They want us all to wear what Piff the Magic Dragon wears.
Yeah, what does he wear?
You heard of that
Who
comedian?
is that?
He just, I don't know. He was on America's Got Talent. I think he wears just a green dragon costume.
But what is so he's a comic? I've heard of that before. Sometimes I hear like
Yeah,
I feel so
I
old.
haven't seen his act. I don't know what he
Yeah.
does. I think his shtick is that he has an accent.
Sometimes you hear about these acts coming to town, and you're like, who, what the fuck is gonna be at the comedy club? And every once in a while, it's something like that, and it just passes me by, and I don't even.
Yeah, at the same time, you're like, wait a minute, what? They're adding a sixth show?
Right, I
What the
know.
fuck
That's
is
always
this?
if I haven't heard of them, they're gonna sell out. That's
Yeah.
that's like my rule in comedy. If I've never heard the name, oh, you better buy your tickets now. It's the same thing with
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live. If I haven't heard of the host, it'll be the highest rated show of the year
Right.
by far.
Right.
People I've heard of are gonna bomb.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm backing you up.
All right. You heard it here, folks.
Pretty
Hey,
good.
if you are a new listener, what you do after the episode is you go on our podcast app on Apple Music and you leave a review with 5 stars. And then the following week or a couple weeks later, if we forget to check, we will read your request on the air, live on Wax. And
Live on Wax,
we'll
and
give you back up.
yeah, and you can also, if you want to hear more, join the Patreon and you can listen to post show banter. And
Right.
yeah, man, that's it. You got shows coming. I'm gonna be at the Old Liberty Theater in Southern Washington on January 13th, Saturday.
Nice. I will be, where are we? We're in January. Delafield. The Legion in Delafield on January 13th in Wisconsin. And then I'm with our good buddy Andy Hendrickson in Rockford, Illinois on January 26th, and the Thrasher Opera House in Green Lake, Wisconsin, the 27th.
All right, well, check out those shows. Thank you, everybody, for listening to
The Cavalry.